아이베! 안녕하세요. 아이베스트프렙의 리사입니다. 오늘은 라틴어에 대한 수업 소개하고 간단하게 우리 라틴어 수업 설명할 겁니다. First, let's answer the question, why would I need to learn a second language? There are several answers to that. The biggest reason is that foreign universities now expect students to know more than their mother tongue in English. Therefore, having another language in your repertoire is really good for a university application. It grants you a higher possibility to be accepted to your wish university. And learning Latin can really help with that. Latin is a dead language, therefore we don't have listening or speaking, meaning the focus is on reading and understanding grammar and maybe also a bit of writing, but that means it's very easy and fast to learn and you can focus on one thing at a time. That makes it easier to get a higher grade on tests like AP or SAT and also looks very good on your application to the university. Because several non-dead languages like Spanish and French and Italian are based on Latin, it actually makes it easier to learn Latin-based languages. Therefore, a lot of people prefer to learn Latin because then they have a basic understanding of several different languages and don't need to learn them but still can understand them. Furthermore, one of the big reasons people start to learn Latin is, for example, if you want to study medicine. Wherever you practice medicine, you will need Latin because illnesses and body parts are all named in Latin. So it makes it easier if you have some kind of understanding of Latin beforehand. Of course, I will fit my Latin classes to your wants and wishes. For example, if you have a specific subject or major you want to go into, for example, medicine, we will prepare you for that specific Latin so you can have an easy start in overseas and are well prepared for the classes. I will prepare you adequately for the big tests like AP and SAT so you have an easier time to pass with a good grade. One plus point of learning Latin is that you don't have to start very early with learning it and learning it for a very long time. However, my recommendation would to be still expect 1 or 2 semesters so you have all the basics down and can freely use them for the tests and exams in the future. We offer both online and offline classes so you can choose what fits best your schedule and your needs. My classes will be conducted of course also in English, but some parts like for example grammar I will explain in Korean so your student understands the grammar to a T, can remember and really apply it well. But of course the other parts will be taught in English so the student is prepared for the classes and for the tests that are conducted in English. So now let's start with some basic Latin. First, I have to mention there are no articles or prefixes in Latin, and similar to Korean, all like gender numerals are put on the end of the word. Latin has specific declination categories that look like this and conjugation categories that look like this. Let's take a look at the declination of nouns. As you can see in the first category we have the A declination. These are all feminine words that in their infinite form end with an A. For example, toba. Toba mostly means a crowd of people. Second, we have the O declination category. This category is slightly more complicated but also very easy to remember as the masculine words all end in an US and the neutral words all end in a UM. For example, populace, meaning people or audience, ends in a US, meaning masculine. On the other hand, spectaculum, ending with a UM, means it's a neutral, meaning spectacular or drama. The last category is a bit more special. These words do not end in an A, US or UM in their infinite words, but usually mostly masculine and therefore have their own category. Here we can take the example of imperator. Imperator, very close to the English word, as you can already see, means emperor or general. So here it turns into the genitive of imperatoris. But as you can see, even with that, these words are very easy because you just have to memorize the category itself. If you look at the categories of both the noun declination and the conjugation declination, you can see actually a very easy pattern that I will explain more in our class. So now, after hearing about our class, was I able to excite you a bit for Latin? 그래서 라틴어 쉽게 재미있게 배우고 싶으면 아이베스트프렙에 연락해주세요. Te expecto clases latine me excipere. Vale!